What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Locks DFS MLB breakdown. My name is Narang. I'm from locksdfs.com, the new locksdfs.com. I'll get into that in a second. And I'm going to be breaking down this 8-game main slate on DraftKings and FanDuel for Wednesday, May 8th. But yeah, let's get into what I was talking about. So, if you guys haven't already seen, I know most of you guys already have as far as members go, but new website, locksdfs.com. We've been talking about this for a while now. Ran into a few technical difficulties along the way, but we're launched and we're up and we're running. Members so far have really liked it. It's just a new site. We're adding a lot more content to it. As you guys can see, we put some content out for the early slate, which I'm sweating right now on my monitor. The early slate, our first look, the lock sheet. I made the top stacks for the main slate, as well as the main slate first look that Christian made. So a lot of good content, a lot of stuff that we feel can help you guys become better DFS players. So if you guys are interested in checking it out, just locksdfs.com. The old website's name is locksports.com. We're just going to be posting like a few of our lock sheets over there until we transfer all the members over, although that should be done quite soon. But as you guys can see, if you want to join, $40 a month for one sport, $75 for an all sports pass, and then $199 if you just want to get in for a single season pass of one sport of your choice. So yeah, I'll leave you guys to go check this out in your free time. And another thing, if you want to check out, is the podcast that we recorded for this for today. Obviously, part of it was for the early slate, about the first 15 minutes or so. So you can fast forward past that since the early slate has locked. But definitely check that out for the rest of the main slate. We go into more depth on all the plays that I'm going to talk about in these videos, as well as some other plays that I'm not going to be able to get to in these videos. But with that being said, if you guys want to go ahead and leave a like and comment as well, it would be much appreciated as far as gaining traction on these videos. And you guys know we run that same giveaway every single week where we give back a free season pass, to the most active viewer, watcher, someone leaving likes, someone leaving positive comments. I'll announce that winner on Monday. So go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment if you're interested in doing that. But let's get right into it. So, few high-priced pitching options, not too many, only two guys above 10K with Kershaw and Sale. My favorite of the two is going to be Chris Sale here. Clayton Kershaw, he looks fine. He looks really good, honestly. His fastball RPM, despite the drop in velo, has ticked up, which is real interesting. But it's just a patient Atlanta team that's pretty good against left-handed pitchers. So would much rather go after Chris Sale, a guy who the most important thing with him is his swinging strike rate has started to kind of normalize around 12%. It's not the Chris Sale of last year where he was 15% plus, but it's pretty good. And the most important thing is in his last game, his average velo was sitting at 94 miles an hour on his fastball. That we like a lot. The more that ticks up, the higher that swinging strike rate is going to go, and in turn, the higher his strikeouts are going to go. This Baltimore team total opened at 3.3, has since dropped to 3.1. Just a real safe play, in my opinion, with a lot of upside. Obviously, as we saw, Chris Sale in his last game versus the White Sox, 10 strikeouts with the win, 30-something fantasy points. Looks like he's all the way back. So he's going to be the high-priced guy that I like a lot. And then after that, it gets a little bit more sticky, I guess, because you could go with a few options. I suppose you could give a shot with Sale Kershaw if you so choose. Ownership projections have Peacock popping pretty high. I'm not too interested in that, though. I'll probably go with the safer route, which is going to be Kyle Hendricks. Not a guy that really does anything particularly well. He's a guy that sort of lives on the edges. He relies on the ump giving him a few strike calls on the edges, and he relies on teams chasing his pitches as well. Good news is that this is a Marlins team that is like fourth in the league in K percentage versus right-handed bats, and they lean extremely right-handed, so he does get the platoon advantage against those guys. So just a safe guy. I mean, I think his ownership might be up a little bit because people have that recent memory of his throwing the 81-pitch Maddox where he didn't throw a single pitch over 89 miles an hour. But that's just sort of who Kyle Hendricks is, and that's just kind of how he pitches. So really safe option in my opinion. As you can see via the team total, the Marlins team total is always going to be incredibly low, but it is more or less the same in this spot. 3.2, which is 8.4K pitcher with a 3.2 team total. He gives you a few Ks here or there. You are sitting pretty good. So like those two guys. And the rest of them, we'll have them on the lock sheet and stuff for members. You guys are more than welcome to check that out. Then let's talk about a few bats. So we have a pretty similar spot for the Red Sox bats as they had last last night versus David Hess. David Hess is a guy who's a reverse splits righty, giving up a ton of power to right-handed bats and fly balls. Andrew Kashner fits that bill almost to a T. I'll go ahead and pull this up for you. So he has a 5.08 xFIP to righties with 2.7 home runs per 9. That goes along with a 51% hard hit rate, which kind of plays into that why that xFIP and home run per 9 is so high, and a 33% fly ball rate. So I'm really going to be interested in a lot of these Boston righties. Mookie, JD are going to be priorities for me. This Coors game looks like it's going to get rained out, so Story isn't really there at shortstop. Arenado's not there at third base, so you can go with guys like Xander, go with guys like Devers, maybe even Chavez, depending on where he's batting. So definitely going to prioritize these Boston bats. Probably my top stack on the day, but there are some other spots that are worth looking towards. One of those spots is going to be the Dodgers. So the Dodgers may come in fairly under-owned because, there's a perception of Mike Fulton Evers being a good pitcher, which he probably will be. But so far to start the season, he hasn't been. He's giving up a lot of hard contact and a lot of fly balls. 41% to righties, 40% to lefties, 53% fly balls to righties, and 60% to lefties. And these Dodgers are pretty cheap, at least the ones that you really want to target. Obviously, Bellinger, Jock, Muncy, guys like that are great plays. But Corey Seager sitting at 3.8K at shortstop. Justin Turner looks like he is all the way back, coming off a 3 home run game. His ownership, you can guarantee, will be pretty high. But he's 3.8K, and he's just a professional, just an amazing hitter. And to get him at 3.8K when he typically should be living in the low 5s, high 4s, that's just a steal. So you're going to see those guys come in fairly highly owned, but I will be in line with the bunch as well. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and do these home run calls. So I did them on the podcast, but I'm going to go ahead and do them again here just so that you guys can see them. The high price home run call for me is going to be Mookie Betts. I think you can go with either one of Mookie or JD. Actually, on the podcast, Christian has JD. I have Mookie. Both are great players, as I talked about. Really interested in these righties for Boston. And then the low price call of the day is going to be Ryan O'Hearn for me at 3.6K. He homered last game off of Colin McHugh. I like him actually even more now that I'm seeing Brad Peacock coming in as pretty chalky, at least as of noon. But Brad Peacock, these are his numbers on the year. 48% hard hit rate to lefties, 46% fly ball rate to lefties. That kind of plays right into Ryan O'Hearn's hands. I mean, guy looks like he's locking back in. He's got a 42% hard hit rate versus righties. Hits his fair share of fly balls. Walks at a 12% clip and only strikes out around 20%, which is pretty good for a guy that's got as powerful of a swing as O'Hearn. If he's going to make contact with the ball. Actually, O'Hearn, it kind of surprised me to see that O'Hearn has the highest average exit velocity of all Royals, higher than Hunter Dozier, who's just been raking. But it makes sense because O'Hearn's a big, strong guy. So like him a lot as my low-price dong of the day. So yeah, that'll wrap it up for this video. With that being said, if you guys did enjoy, please do leave a like. Please do leave a comment. Really means a lot, and you'll be entered into winning a free season pass of your choice. Go ahead and check out the new website. Get yourself a pass. Join the team. We'll add you into our Slack chat. You can start receiving this content and winning in DFS. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all on Friday. But Christian will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.